Hi, Sherry again. Just continuing on with this elephant abstractions. I am now on to the toe section. Kind of hard to see. And I'm going to be doing the... I have 5 pieces for the toes here that are all the same color, and I have already glued on the first piece, which would be the toenails for the patterns. So if you give me just a minute, I'm going to change camera angle so that we can record a little bit of the sewing, and then I'll get back with when I start piecing the toe section, which is going to be that bottom row in the quilt. So give me 1 sec and I'll be right back with you. Okay, so back here, and as you can see, these are all my little toe pattern pieces. And they are all going to be the same color fabric that goes around the toenail, so I figured I'd start with this first because each one of them's got a bunch of pieces. And then, kind of hard to see. Bad thing with the color lighting, but I've got all my, and I just use a little bit of a glue stick, stick it right in the middle, make sure I got the 1/4 inch all the way around, so we've got room for the fabric. So we're just going to get these pieced together quick, and then piece the whole bottom row together, which will be all the little toe pieces. And this will be fun because these are tiny little pieces. So hopefully you can see that, because lots of small pieces. And I have it all cut. I just cut a piece. Mine measured about 1 inch wide because the biggest piece I had on here was like from here to here. Let's see if I can get it up a little closer. But I just measured this 9C piece, or like your 9, this one, and I just measured top to bottom, make sure I got a 1/4 inch, which this one can go this way, so it's not too bad. But this one actually I think was the tallest piece I had here. So, alright, we're going to continue on. Okay, we are now to this point. We can piece together our toe sections here. So I've got them all laid out here from, this one's 85 all the way to 97 at this end. So kind of hard to see. I could probably back it out a little bit. And then if you follow along here, it tells you these numbers here are the order you piece them together. So you would take 85 and 86 and sew them together. And then you would sew 87 onto that, and then 88 to 89, and then 90, and then 91, 92, and then 93. And then on the second set, they'll have you sew the 94, 95, 96, 97 together, and then you sew the bigger section, basically one side to the other side. So we'll get these pieced real quick, and then we'll show you what it looks like, and I'll show you what the trunk looks like because I didn't do a close-up on the trunk. So give me 1 minute and we'll get started on this. Okay, so give me 1 minute and I will show you what we've got for the toes and my little trunk I got here. I changed camera setup again. Okay, so this is where we're at. This is the trunk section. This is the little toes. This is where it would join together once I get both body pieces done and all that. So you are looking at, my full-size elephant is going to be, this is your 6-inch by what, 20, are they 24 and a half? So by the time he shrinks up, he's going to be about 2 foot by, let's see, toes this way. He's measuring about just over 21. Not quite 21 and a half, which by the time you square them all up and get the paper off him, he'll come out a little bit bigger. But that's where we're at with my little guy. And like I said, this was at, I believe, I have it marked, I did it at 40% of the full-size pattern. So that would be him. And same thing here, I got the seams pressed open, all the paper, as you can see, is still on it. The only time I pull the paper off is to get the seam ironed out, and when we get to that point, I usually wet the paper, and then if you give a little bit of pull on the fabric, you don't want to go too crazy with it, obviously, or you can rip your fabric. But even light pulls We'll pop most of the stitching on this. This will be a little funner because I've got a lot of small pieces. But because I do machine quilting on mine, home machine, I press all these open because the less bulk the better. Much easier. I mean, my sewing machine will handle it without a doubt because I've got the old one, but I still like to make it easy on myself so I can go smoothly and not be breaking threads or anything like that. But that's where we're at so far for the little elephant guy. And that's something else I'll have to get going on, is a little design area. I think I'm going to get some styrofoam and cover it with some flannel or a tablecloth or something so I can pin them up, because I don't work on anything too big usually. The quilt I did, but I did it in sections. So, and that's it for now. Okay, so hopefully that helps everybody that's working on the sew along that Donna is hosting. That's handmade by Ying. I do have the link in my comment section to this video, so feel free to go ahead and go check her out, because she does a Zoom every Friday for sure. I know sometimes she'll do a Saturday too. You can contact her for any questions or anything you have on assembling this elephant. It's actually very easy. Mine's taking me a little longer because they're tiny little pieces. If you do a full-size pattern, it goes pretty quick. This one is taking me a little longer just because they're small little pieces, which makes sense. Most of your foundation paper piecing is pretty simple. This is not difficult. The legit kit rows I did took me a lot longer because it was a lot more piecing, and I've got their little Hummer. I bought the digital download, so that'll be another project. But for now, that's where we're at on the elephant. Feel free to leave a comment, like, subscribe, ring the little bell, you know, follow along. I'm trying to get better about doing all these videos, so little by little. And till we see you again, happy sewing. Enjoy your evening. Bye.